Next Gen. My name is Lexi and this is my friend Caitlin. We're so happy that you tuned in today.
At Next Gen, we are all about growing kids that excel in business, life, and in their faith. Are you ready to get started? Let's do this!
Hey Next Gen, I'm sure glad you tuned in today as we are continuing our series called Your Dream Board Adventure Map. Just like a GPS takes you from point A to point B, your Dream Board Adventure will bring your dream to reality. Today we're doing part 2 of an 8-part series. We are talking about how to get started and skills. If you haven't done so already, make sure to download your exclusive copy of the Dream Board Adventure Map, as it will allow you to follow along this incredible journey. Last time at Next Gen, we talked about a book challenge. For those of you participating, what did you think of the book, The Dream Giver? Wasn't it great? We do have a new book for you to read now. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is a great book for your parents to read as well. So how about you encourage them to read it? Well, I'm thrilled that you are here and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Now let's see what Professor Roy and Mr. Ryan have to say about getting started and skills.
Hey Next Gen, we are here to talk to you about lesson number 2 of our Dream Board Adventure Map, and this is an 8-part series. Last time we talked about having a dream. Today we are talking about getting started and working on some skills. Now, if you look at your Dream Board Adventure Map, getting started isn't really a lesson, but I was like, well, we can't just breeze over this because it needs to be talked about. So getting started is sometimes the toughest thing to any job. My dad always said the 2 toughest parts of achieving anything are getting started and finishing. Getting started is the person who gets off the couch, goes and does what they said they wanted to do. And so this is why having the dream board in front of you all the time is so important. Having it on your wall to remind yourself to go out and do the activity needed to achieve the dream. Now, the next thing about getting started is that sometimes it takes more than one start. So you remember Peter from the Bible? Well, what happened to Peter? Peter's fishing, he took some initiative and he's fishing. He has a successful business going. He's fishing all night. Jesus comes to him and says, hey, come with me. Instead of fishing for fish, we're gonna fish for men and we're gonna go over here, we're gonna lead people. And Peter's like, boom, follows Jesus. Well, what happens? Later on, he falls away. He's fishing again later on in the Bible. Jesus goes back to him and says, hey, didn't I say feed my people? And then Peter ends up going into his calling with a restart. It's not the first start, it's the restart that gets Peter hooked on his mission and purpose for life. So sometimes we need a restart. So the start is really, 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 really critical. And sometimes your first start is not what leads you to your big dream that God has for you. Sometimes your initial start is just what gets you going so that God's going, oh, is this one going to be faithful with what's in their hand? Because there's a really great scripture, who's faithful with little will be faithful with much. And so those people who are faithful with the little dream, the little thing God puts in front of them, will be faithful with the big things. And so sometimes the little things are just a test to get us going. And so this whole lesson today is actually on skills. What skills are going to pick? So we need to talk about this a little bit. Some of you want to be a doctor. And so the skills of being a doctor, you can't get to yet, because you have to go through med school, different things. So you may only be in grade school. So if you're in like grade 1 to 12, your job is to get as best grades you possibly can in school. You need the best grades you can to get into a really great program at university to then get into med school. So your job, your skill you want to work on is asking for help, being good at your studying, shutting off the TV so you can study. If you're like, hey, I want to make the NBA, well then of course the skills are basketball skills. So it depends on what your goal is to achieve that you want to do in this timeline. So you got to think about in detail, and you might need some parents or someone to help you out with this. What skill do I need to work on right now that's going to help me move forward in this certain season? Now, some of the really big goals we can't accomplish in a year. If you want to make the NBA, we can't do that in a year. This is going to be something that's developed over time. And so skills are often things that you're working on every day, a little bit at a time. 15, 20 minutes, half an hour a day will make a huge difference when they're repeated over time. So this can include, like, if you want to be a big business owner, be really successful, this could be reading 15, 20 minutes, half an hour of a success book every day to teach you about money, business management. You can start reading those books at a young age, just like many of our leaders and I did. So that can be the thing. But no matter what age you're at, you can start something, some kind of skill you're working on now to help you move forward. And you want it to be something you're doing every day. And so this can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to think about being successful, although that's important. And it can't just be, oh, I'm going to do this once this year and then next year I'm going to revisit it. You need to continuously move this forward to achieve something awesome. So I want you to think about what the goal is and then what skills you need to develop. And then I want you to discuss it with some friends or maybe your parents or a leader to talk about what skills you need. This needs to be honed in a little bit. And the better you get at those skills, the more successful you will be. Let's go talk to Professor Roy and figure out what he is going to choose for his world record to break and what skill he needs to work.
Okay, Mr. Ryan, I think I finished with my dream board. I got it all made up right here.
Whoa, Professor Roy, what do you got here? Okay, tell me about your dream board.
Well, you see, this is my medal for my world records,
Yes,
of course,
yes.
and then I get a Lamborghini and a helicopter and a mansion. And
This
that
is
is how
great.
it happened.
Okay, so
Right there.
where do you think we should start? What's this one? What's this one?
That's my world record.
World record. Okay.
I
all
didn't
right.
do it, I just put my face on one.
All right. And so what if we actually achieved this? This could get you started. I mean, it wouldn't get you all the way to a Lamborghini, but this world record could get you started on some success. This is a great spot to start. I like this.
Okay,
All right. So what are you good at? Do you know what are you handy with? What do you
I don't know, I have a tummy ache.
Okay, he's got a tummy ache. Okay, well, I hope he comes back soon. Are you
Yes.
okay, Professor Roy?
Yeah, sometimes you eat too much candy, so I get just a ginger ale. And
Whoa.
it has set my tummy.
You get a tummy ache quite often when you eat candy?
Yes, but this is like
'Cause that was-
drinking candy. It's very tasty.
That was this really smooth can open, you know. You know, the world record for opening cans is only 59 in 1 minute. You think you could do that another 58 times in a minute?
I mean, I'd have to do it very fast, a minute.
I bet if we put some work into that and we practice that skill, do you think we could get you your world record?
Wait, I could practice opening
Yeah.
soda cans.
Yeah.
And then if I practice opening soda cans, I mean, somebody's got to drink the soda. I could drink.
Yeah. We could share the soda with your friends. You could have some more friends around.
Yeah, of course, I could share it. I mean,
Okay, all right, so we're going to work on that. We're going to help Professor Roy work on his skill of opening cans
that's what
and
you
see
brought
if we
in
can
for
get
me
him.
today.
That's right. We're going to write that in there. Skills you need to work on. Opening cans quickly and see if we can get you your world record. Okay, keep tuning in and let's find out how Professor Roy does along the way. Hey, Next Gen, thanks for joining us today. We hope you learned something, and I want you to start on a skill right away to get moving towards your dream.
Yes, and don't forget to look at the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the website.
And make sure to tune in next time for part 3 of our part 8 series. So keep tuning in, keep growing, keep putting God first, and we'll see you next time.